Hi guys, so festival season is fast approaching, so I thought I'd create this festival look. This is more on the extreme creative side if you're up for doing this. So I'm also thinking about doing a more softer festival look as well for those who don't want to go too extreme but want to be in with the vibe. So if you like the look of this look, please keep watching. Okay, so before anything we want to start off with our face, and I'm going to apply my Touche Eclair Yves Saint Laurent Blur Primer, and don't rub this in too hard. It looks like I am, but I'm not. Just do it softly and then pat around to check that you've got all the areas you want your makeup to really stay on. And then I like to wait 5 minutes before applying the rest of my makeup. We're now going to go in with Sleek's colour correcting palette, and we're going to go in with this green shade, and I like to apply this to all the areas which are red on my face. By the way guys, if you're looking for a colour correcting palette, this palette is brilliant, and it's only like, I think it's like £10. It's cheap, but it works so well. And now I'm going to take this purple shade from the same palette, and I'm going to apply it in the areas which the light would normally naturally hit my face, just to brighten those areas up. And then I'm going in with Becca's under eye correcting pot. I can't remember what it's called, like cream. And I like to apply this to the dark areas underneath my eyes, so it just brightens it up. And then when I've got everything in place and I'm ready, I will then go in with a damp beauty blender, blend it all into the face. And then for foundation, we're going in with my Kat Von D Lock-It foundation in Light Warm 45. And the reason I've chosen this foundation is because you're going to be at a festival, you're going to be in the sun, and I have really oily skin, and this is quite a matte foundation, so it kind of cancels that out and it gives a really good coverage. And I like to go in with a brush first, so it's all, make sure it's all on the areas of the face that I want it to be. And then to remove any excess foundation that shouldn't be there, I use my damp beauty blender. And it just really helps to make it look kind of more airbrushed, I think. Yes. I love my beauty blender. It's the best thing ever. Like, I would never do my foundation without it. And then for concealer, we're going in with my Kat Von D Lock-It concealer in Light Warm 3, and this also has a really good coverage, so I like to place it on the under eyes, the chin, down the middle of the nose and in the middle of the forehead, and then just blend that out with my damp beauty blender. And this has a good coverage, like I said before, so it's kind of perfect for festivals. To set my under eye, I'm going in with my Pastel powder. I got this at uni, so I don't think it exists. Well, I don't know if it probably does, but I used to get it from screenface.com and it's not on there anymore. But I always set my under eye with this because it's an excellent setting powder, especially for creased areas. But I'm also going to use it to set the rest of my face because we're going to be applying some colour to the face later, and if I add a powder that has a slight pigment to it, it's going to change colour, so I want it to be more true to the colour. And this is just a transparent white powder, so that will do that for me. And for the rest of the face, I like to use a big fluffy brush, and I just literally pat it on, making sure my face is fully covered. And then with that same brush, we then just gently wipe away in like windscreen, not windscreen wipe, what am I on about? Like in circular motions, so you get rid of any excess powder. And then to add a bit of contour to the jawline and the hollows of the cheeks, I'm going in with Sombre from the Kat Von D Shade in Light Contour palette. This is just to add a little bit of depth and a little bit more warmth to the face as well, as we'll be applying colour later, so we're kind of like contouring with colour. Yeah, that's what we're doing. And then to brighten up underneath the eye and add a bit more of a realistic natural pigment to the face, we're taking Lucid, I think it is. I can't believe I can't remember. I use it all the time, as you can clearly see. And I'm just applying that to the underneath the eyes and just the middle of the chin, just so where, you know, the light would naturally hit like your lightest points of your face. We're now ready to create that rainbow effect that we have on the forehead and on the top of the cheeks. And the first colour we're going in with is Gloom, and this is all these colours are from the Kat Von D Pastel Goth palette, which I recently just did a video on, and it's amazing. I love it. So I'm just going in with a normal brush and I'm just building up the consistency, so I'm getting it to the colour that I want it to be. And then once I've done that, at the same time though, you really need to make sure you're blending it in, otherwise it's just going to look patchy and like, you know, splurges of colour on your forehead. So you just want to blend that in. And if you know how to contour and things, this is how you would treat it. So basically it's like you're contouring, but you're doing it with colours, and we're going to be creating a rainbow effect. So if it helps you just to follow literally a rainbow colour scheme. Okay, so the next colour we're going in with is Doom. It's beautiful blue sky blue. And we're literally placing that right next to the green, and first off we're building up the colour, and then what you want to do is you want to go back and forth with Gloom and Doom, and then Doom and Gloom. God. And just keep building them up so they start blending in together. And then lastly, before moving on to the next colour, you want to go in with a clean fluffy brush, just a clean brush like the one I've got here, and that just really helps blend it all into the skin and blend it into each other. Okay, so the next colour we're going in with is Dope, and we're going to apply this exactly like we have with Doom, but we're going to be bringing it on to the eyelids now. So we're treating the eyelids just like the rest of the forehead, so it should all become like one, and we're concentrating it more on the cheeks and the sides as well, because we're losing space on the forehead. And make sure you're going back and forth between the two colours that you've just used, so Dope and Doom, and then we want to go in with that clean fluffy brush just to make sure everything's blended in nicely. And then we're going to do the same thing as we did before with the colour Meow, but like I said, concentrating it more onto the sides and onto the eyelids, and going back in between colours again, and then just blending it out with that clean fluffy brush. I know it sounds like long-winded, but it really helps get that, you know, natural gradient which you want. Moving on to the two final colours, so the next colour is Clementine, and we're blending that into the colour Meow. So doing exactly as we've been doing before, obviously losing space now, and we want to make sure there's enough space for that yellow shade, and then just bring that onto the eyelids as well. And don't forget the clean fluffy brush, because that's gonna help. And finally we're going in with our last colour, which is Star, which is this amazing yellow. I mean, look at that, bam. And we're just going to fill in that last little bit of area on the forehead, blending it into Clementine. bringing it down into the inner corners of the eyes, and also we're going to be bringing it down the middle of the nose as well, not too far, just so it's like blended outwards. And that clean fluffy brush, yes, the clean fluffy brush, that will help with that. That would definitely help with that. Also guys, I just remembered this, the Pastel Goth palette is limited edition, so if you don't get your hands on it but you want to create this look for festival or anything you want, the Morphe 35B palette is an excellent dupe for this. Like, I actually have that palette. It's actually one of my favorites because it's got so many bright colours in it, and you can create this look with that. And here it is, the rainbow forehead / cheeks is done. So now we're going to be moving on to the detail, and I'm going to be taking my NYX white liquid liner, and we're just going to create 3 dots, just underneath the eyebrow on each side. And just start off small, just take your time with it because you don't want to like plonk it on and be like, oh no, and have to restart. So here's that. And then taking my NYX Vivid Brights eyeliner in Vivid Petal, we're going to create a wing eyeliner, but we're not going to do the whole eyelid. So we're going to start off halfway on the eyelid and then just bring it out. And the key is just to start off small and then just keep building it up. Otherwise it can get a bit messy. And the reason we're using this colour, because it's going to act as a base as we'll be plonking a load of glitter on there. Because we all know how much I love glitter. So that's the first part of the eyeliner done. Now we're going to do kind of the same thing, but creating an inner winged liner, if that's a thing. That's kind of what it is. So yeah, as you can see, pretty self-explanatory. Just remember to start off small always, because you can build up. If you start off too big, then you're going to have to start up all over again. Now we're going to go over that eyeliner with one of my favourite glitters, and it's by Urban Decay, and it's their Heavy Metal Glitter Eyeliner in Junk Show. And it's such, it's a lovely shade of pink glitter. That's how much I love it. There's no words to describe it, basically. And now we're going in with my Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Eye Gel in the colour Power Ballad, and we're going to be applying this to the areas that you would normally highlight, and also we're going to go up onto the temples of the forehead with it, as you'll see in a minute. Now this glitter, I don't think you can get this anymore, and I'm really sad that you can't, because it's absolutely amazing and it's one of my favourite things from Urban Decay, and I have a lot from Urban Decay, so it's a real shame. Maybe they should bring it back. Bring it back, Urban Decay, bring it back, please. I also forgot to mention that I applied it to the inner corners of the eyes up into my eyebrows. Yes. And now we're going in with Superstar Glitter Gel in, I think it's Aurora or just white. This stuff is amazing. So it's kind of like that Urban Decay one, but it's just got bigger bits of glitter in there. And I'm just placing it in the same areas just to add a bit more glitter, because like I said, you can never have too much glitter. I just love it. See, it's just amazing, especially with those shades that we've already put onto the skin. And then we're going to do the inner corners like I said, but we're going to bring it right onto the eyebrows, and we're actually going to coat our eyebrows in it as well, because Not only is it glitter, it's also a gel, so it will keep those eyebrows in place. Also, these Superstar glitter gels, I've got them in every single colour, and not are they only good for adding glitter to your face, but if you wanted to add more glitter, like have more impact, like, you know, glitter that's not in a gel or anything, you can pat it on top of this, and when it dries it will just hold it all in place. They are amazing and they're not too expensive. I get mine from the face painting shop online. Brilliant place to get this stuff. Okay, so I've just created this little gem effect in the middle of my forehead. You can buy these things as a whole, but I find they're really expensive, so I just get my gems off eBay or from Hobbycraft. They're super cheap, you get loads of them, and I just made it up myself. I'm now going to apply false lashes. These lashes are Wispy for Days by Violet Voss. These and the Samantha lashes by Huda Beauty are my favourite, and as you can see, it really completes the look. So for lipstick, I'm going in with the colour Checkmate by Urban Decay. I think this is their Comfort Matte lipsticks, and I absolutely love them. They're so comfortable, like they don't dry your lips out at all. And then on top we're going to add glitter, so I'm going in with that Superstar glitter gel, but I'm going in with the colour Lilac, so it's kind of like, it has like a purple hue in the gel, and then it has like greeny mermaid shades in it on top. So this is the finished look, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I really wanted to use that Pastel Goth palette. Like, I did a similar look but just on my eyelids, and I just wanted to make it bigger and better, so I did, and I added tons of glitter, gems, and this is actually one of my favourite lipsticks that I own. It just suits my skin tone perfectly. I love it. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I also have a Facebook page, a blog, and an Instagram, which will all be linked down below. So if you want, go and follow me on there. I have recently just got a Twitter account, so I'll add that down below as well. But yeah, if you have any questions at all, like how to do something, or if you want to change something in this makeup, or you just want to ask a question, then please feel free to comment down below. I'll be happy to answer. Also, all products will be listed down below, and there'll be links to them as well. And if you're still here and you've watched this whole video and you've given it a thumbs up and you're subscribed to me, then I love you. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!